Hey everybody, D-Mac here. Wanted to bring you guys, filmed this one earlier, just wasn't happy with the way that I'd done it, so I'm doing it again. I wanted to bring you guys my LBE IFAK. This is a full-on kind of level 2 gunshot wound trauma kit. There's a lot of capabilities within this bag, so I wanted to show you guys how I've got it rigged up. I'd been missing a few items when I did this video last. So yeah, let's go ahead and climb into the rig, see what we're rolling. This is my trauma gunshot wound kit, but I've built 2 or 3 of these things. I take one climbing, rock climbing, hiking, and just pretty much everywhere we go I have one of these rolled up. I really like the pouch. This is a Condor EMT tearaway pouch. I think they have 2 different types of EMT pouch. This is the larger of the 2. And this one, as you can see, it's got the hook and loop on the back. It comes with a hook and loop panel that has the MOLLE straps on it that attach with a retention strap that wraps around the whole bit there. 2-inch panel webbing there for any patches or anything like that. You got your PAL straps on the front, and then it's got a quick retention strap if you didn't zip it up if you were running in a pinch. But let's go, and then it's got this nice haul handle right there. When it's mounted on the bag, it stays really well. Let's go ahead and, as you can see, I'm mollied on the outside. I've got a rescue knife. Let me go ahead and show you this one right here. This is the Gerber Hinderer carve-out or tear-out knife. This is a really great rescue knife. A lot of firefighters, EMTs use this. I got this in my search and rescue days. Really solid just because of the one-handed functionality. You got with tear-out gloves, you can function this knife, open it, close it. It's got really big jimps on the back, so that super sharp serrated blade, nice blunt tip right there, so you can pry doors, cut away seat belts, or any of this or that. It's also got the fabric and leather hook right there. It's got a window punch on the bottom, as you can see. It's also got the oxygen tank wrench built into it. Really solid knife. Definitely run this on my rig in case I have to tear anybody out of anything. It also comes with a basic tool kit right here. It's got all your different screwdriver bits and everything, so that it works very solid multi-tool configuration. Real easy to use knife. Comes with a great MOLLE case right there, as you see. I'm just going to go ahead and leave that out for now. Let's go ahead and climb into this and take a look. This thing is chock full of everything that I need in it. I had been missing a few items before when I filmed it. I had just kind of gotten anxious, wanted to pump out a video. So let's go ahead and take a look. This right here, it's a 3-fold system, so that when you do have it hanging on your belt, you can deploy and get to all your stuff without it retaining. It's got all sorts of internal pockets and retention straps. Really solid little bag. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start pulling a few things out to show you right here. I've got all my different nitrile gloves, a pair of latex hidden in there somewhere. Always good to have those right here. You've got a CPR rescue breather, CPR mask, always important. Right here, this is something I made myself. This is my tourniquet that I've made, D-Mac tactical style. Real solid tourniquet. I've just got a loop right there so you can back it forth, and I use one of these no-knot hooks made by Night Eyes. Works really well at being able to cinch down and tighten down the tourniquet. And as you can see right here, I've got a shorter strap for arm application when you're doing it, and then it comes all the way down for leg applications or anything like that. Real solid little tourniquet. Real easy, just braided 550 cord with knots in perfect spots. And then this thing is really awesome at tightening down in a pinch without having to use a twist or a tie strap or anything like that. So that's a nice little handmade tourniquet right there that we have. Climbing into here, this is just your basic everyday bandaging stuff right here. I've got everything from knuckle bandages to butterfly closures, regular band-aids, fingertips, 4-inch, 3-inch, just a whole assortment of basic band-aids that you might use. Then back here, this is the surgery kit, field surgery kit. I've got a couple bottles of saline solution, eye wash, stuff like that. You could either irrigate a wound with that, or if you need to wash eyes, you can do that as well. And then here's my surgery system right here. You've got blunt nose and sharp nose shears. I've got straight head and angled head hemostats. I've got some sharp tweezers right here, and then inside I've got some lancets and a couple of scalpel blades mixed in there. I do have a disposable, or a scalpel head with disposable blades. And then in here, this is my suturing rig right here. I'm not going to climb into this too much, but you can kind of see what I've got. I've got some iodine packs for skin prep. There's a pair of nitrile gloves in there. I've got the scalpel, and then I've got a couple number 4 suture kits right there to be able to do all my stitching and suturing. And then at the same time, I also have a couple packages of steri strips in there for continued wound closure. And then I also have a thermometer in case I needed to do any sort of temperature control. Coming in over here, this is the trauma side of things. I've got a pair of bandage compresses right there to help tie down 5x9s and Israeli bandage. Got a couple rolls of gauze, various size, 2-inch, 2.5-inch, 3-inch. Right here I've got a 4-inch Israeli bandage wrapped up, easy to get to. And then I also have an emergency blanket. It's always good during heavy trauma situations in case you need to help with shock, this or that. On the side I just have a real quick chem light. Underneath that I got a triangle bandage, always good to have in your kit as well. I've got a package of 3 tampons right there for nosebleeds or any pinhole applications you might need. And then just another different roll of gauze right there. Climbing into the heavy trauma system right here. I've also got a couple of tongue depressors for splints, this or that, if you ever needed them. I've got a 1.5 or 1.7 ounce quick clutch sponge, one of the larger sponges they have, which is really good for blood stopping in any heavy bleed out situations. And then in here I've just got some ABD pads, 4x4s, 5x5 or 5x9s, a couple different sizes of that, all bundled together for blood stopping capabilities. Then here in this little sachet right here, I've got everything else. I've got my waterproof tape, then you got your permeable surgical tape right there. I've got some poison ivy towelettes, got some super glue right there, wound closure, this or that. Super glue is always important to have. Got some nice chapstick if you ever needed that. Got alcohol swabs for tool preps, Q-tips. Let's see right here, this is Sudafed, decongestant, Benadryl, allergic reactions, anti-diarrheal medication. That's a must-have in the first aid kit. I've got some benzo pads for wound sterilization. I've got some sting relief pads for major insect bites. Got some aspirin right there for headache stuff. I've got dental relief clean cream, some other basic creams, and then I've also got your triple antibiotic and your hydrocortisone package. That's pretty much the how I DMAC roll level 2 kit. This thing weighs right about 3.5 pounds. I guess with the tear out knife it's about 4 pounds on it. Not too heavy, real small. It's only about 8.5 inches by 6 inches by about 4 inches wide, 3.5, 4 inches wide. So it holds down really small. Really like it though, just because it's got so many loops in here. Like, you've got all your elastics, all your pockets, but then you also have, little built-in gear loops, stuff you can clip tape onto, this or that. I don't really use them myself, but real solid rig. Let me know if you guys have any questions about anything or if you have any comments. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.